Good evening, everyone, or morning, afternoon, or night, whatever time of day it may be for you. Welcome back to the semi-finals from the 2019 edition of the Catch World Cup. I am JB Hyperion, and I'm on my lonesome right now. I'm expecting Quidjbo to come and join me very shortly. He's making a lovely cup of tea, and he'll be right back. But as we wait for him, we're going to be jumping right into our winners bracket semi-final, one of two. We saw South Korea beat France 7-2 earlier, and this time it's Chile and China, the third place team and the eventual winners of the 2018 edition, going to be fighting it out again this year around. Chile captained by Lion QTXZ, featuring Eldenal, Nico, Nachoel, Arisiel, and Lechuguin. China captained by Dusk and featuring the same 5 players, or 6 players including Dusk, as featured on their 2016 team. Kagamine Reno 2, Sakurona Kurimu, Crystal, Nagi, and Calumet. So, even if, well, one team has to lose this one, but neither team is going to be eliminated here. One of them will just drop down to the losers bracket. And if I bring up my handy-dandy spreadsheet, the losers quarterfinal that this team will be heading to, the one that loses this match, will play the winner of Hong Kong and the USA, which will be playing tomorrow morning. The winner has a date with South Korea in the winners bracket final. So lots to play for, either in the winners and the losers. Nobody really wants to be on the losing end of this one, because getting back up through that the losers bracket when France, Hong Kong, one of the Philippines or Mexico, and the USA are all contesting for just that one spot out of the losers final. So definitely want both of these teams to win. China, certainly the pre-tournament favourites of this matchup, second probably only to South Korea. Chile obviously had a very strong showing last year, definitely a return to form for them, coming in third after an impressive run through the losers bracket of their own, beating 2017 champions South Korea. So we're going to be getting right into warm-ups now. This is Sakuzio's Fracture Ray, mapped by DJ Lucky. So this is a standard convert. Line QTXE, Eldenal, and Lechuguin lining up for Chile. Lechuguin opting to take Hidden. Crystal, Dusk, and Kagamine on the side of China. Dusk taking Hidden for himself. Got lots of wonderful people in the Twitch chat. Hopefully you're all having a fantastic day or evening. Welcome back. The Gwyn in Lechuguin is like a guild. Okay. So it's Lechugin. Thank you very much. I never knew that. Kepram, thank you. If I do pronounce people's names wrong, I do apologize. It's 11 PM for me, and I've been up since 5 AM this morning. There have been so many matches that are going on today. I've enjoyed every single one of them, but I am just a little bit tired, so if I do make any mistakes, please bear with me. Roll predictions coming out in the chat already, and we've not even seen both the warm-ups yet. Great to see. It's a cute way of saying little lettuce. Aww, that's adorable. I'm learning new things every day. I love how I've never played this game mode. Well, maybe this World Cup will inspire you to start playing Fly. These are obviously some of the best players from around the world. People have been playing this game for, some of them approaching 10 years. But that doesn't mean that maybe you won't be here next year, competing on the grand stage of your own. We're a small community, but a fabulous cute little one. Everybody loves everybody, or at least I hope they do. And you are more than welcome to join. I would be very grateful to have you. Of course, it's not my game mode. I can't say that you should do this and you can be here, but I'm happy to let anyone know the ropes or give them any advice or feedback they may want. So first warm-up has been concluded. 4 S's on the board, 2 A's. I think China just coming out slightly better of that one. And I have been joined by a man with his tea or maybe cappuccino. I'm not quite sure what he's brewed himself for. Taking a big gulp before he unmutes. Therewith. Fear not, because Juan is here. The day is saved.
Yeah. It's cappuccino and sauteed chicken.
Ooh.
Cappuccino.
Is that your lunch?
Breakfast. I just got
What's
out
your
of bed.
breakfast?
Yeah, it's 1 in the afternoon.
Breakfast at 1 in the afternoon.
USA. Yeah.
That's some real style.
Woke up to watch the Brazil USA match and then went straight back to bed.
Well, whatever makes it work. As long as you prioritize fruit catching above all else, I'm not going to complain.
Of course. Got a whole weekend to do fruit catching.
And if you weren't awake already, I think this song has a nice little slap in the face for you.
Oh.
DJ Furily's difficulty. We know Furily's a little bit of an experimental mapper in his own right, but I'm interested to see what this one works out as. Oh, we got the swag shades. You know this one's going to be good. Paying a short visit, won't be staying for long. Well, welcome back, Dark Owl. I've seen you a lot in chat today. Yeah. Hopefully your short visit is an enjoyable one.
LSD.
It's D. Oh dear.
You've only missed a solitary warm-up from the side of Chile, I think, so nothing too problematic. Have you got your roll predictions in already?
Oh yeah. I think Chile are gonna take the roll today. It's gonna be fairly medium rolls. Chile will get it 54, China about 38.
Okay. Dusk the low roller as predicted. We had some pretty amazing rolls in the US match versus...
predicted that 98 to 96 in Brazil's
yeah,
favor.
It was very close. Sorry, I completely forgot who the US's opponents were. It's been such a long day. I'm so glad that I'm not solo casting, because someone who's just woken up is far more kind of lucid and alert than I am after, well, it's now 16 hours of being awake.
Oh, so it's it'd be in the early hours of the morning, what, 2 a.m. in UK right now.
In the UK, it's about 3 a.m., but I'm on the East Coast
there
at
you
the
go.
moment, so it's only 11, but I don't kind of higher brain functions do not work quite so well past about 8 or 9 in the evening.
Yeah, your body clock's just set in its ways.
Yeah, didn't you know you can curse the rolls, low production equals high roll? I'm not predicting anything because I'm always so horribly wrong that it's just quite embarrassing. I'm not even trying to cursinate anyone. I save that for the matches, don't worry.
That's why I predict the rolls, is I never get them wrong.
Well, we saw a 34 from Line, and Walter said that it was a hard one to beat. Oh, Dusk with the 99! Yep. Wow.
Just as I predicted, Dusk was gonna almost smash the scores with the rolls.
Exactly as predicted. You were absolutely spot on. Not a single number off.
No. It's getting scary at this point.
How does this man do it? So that's one of the highest rolls we've seen in the tournament thus far. As you said, we saw 98-96 from Brazil and the US earlier.
I'd say that would be the highest. You can't go above 99 with plain rolling, can you?
You can get 100?
And
Yeah, 100 exists. It's a number that exists.
I was gonna say sometimes the roll just spazzes out a bit when you just go roll and then spam it with numbers.
So it looks like China wanted to pick first, so they've put Chile into ban. Chile have banned Shoujo Alice Tohaki no wa Genso Concerto from the Nomod pool, the hyper dashless Nomod specific. And China have banned DJ Yoshitaka Evans, the AR8 CS5 hidden pick. China's first pick is going to be Tanaki Toyumi, lots of Japanese voice actors, and then Yonaka Jikaru. This is the AR 10.3 Yumeno Himiko map, if I'm not mistaken. Lots of very long buzz sliders, which can get you back up to combo quickly. But if you miss them, you're going to be taking a huge hit to your HP.
Naganawa Maria Maekawa Ryoko.
I'm glad that someone gave that an attempt. Elex put me into the spotlight earlier. He convinced me that trying to pronounce Portuguese beat map names and songs was a good idea, so I gave it my best shot. And absolutely nobody laughed at me or told me I was completely wrong, so I am now fluent in Portuguese.
Yeah, at least pronunciation.
Yeah, I'm fluent in pronouncing individual single phrase.
Fluent in pronunciations, and I think I'm close to that as well. Because I don't want to give myself too much credit.
At least not all at once.
I know a little bit of language here and there.
Looks like Arisiel is going to be opting to start with Hidden. For some reason, Nico has been given a 480,000 point advantage, but that has quickly been corrected. Thank you very much, Laser Client. We appreciate everything you do for us. Dusk dashing far too early on that first stream.
It's not natural for a player to start with 400,000 points advantage.
No, but it's not natural
Where's
for
my head
Dusk.
at?
Yes. Eldenal has seen a couple of early drops though. China currently,
Luckily,
and you can
it was when Dusk.
Yeah, you can see how much combo those buzz sliders give. Like, by the time we talked about Eldenal missing, Dusk was already back up to combo as Nico and Arisiel both see their first drop. So no 200 combos on Chile. Eldenal just getting to that mark now. Everyone on China holding strong, aside from that one early spate of misses from Dusk. Crystal and Nagi both still holding double S. Eldenal missing in the slow section, so uncharacteristic. He must not be warmed up very well. That was a very strange miss. Unless he was just completely unfamiliar with the map and could not read that spacing with 10.3 on the very low density section. Arisiel seeing another drop and a third as well.
He could just be a player who doesn't like slow sections. Like, I'd be the same on that type of map. I hate slow sections in dense, fast maps. It just throws you off nastily. Still gonna miss though. Not looking like it's enough for Chile to regain some semblance of advantage though.
Yeah, Nico now dropping as well. There's no real significant combos except Eldenal's on the side of Chile once again. And Nagi still holding on to that double S, looking like he's going to go all the way on this one. Dusk, after that couple of early misses at the start, has built up to 1,000 combo of his own. Good first pick for China, gotta say.
The moment Chile started to get that advantage just as quick, China just turned the tables and kept it.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what was wrong with Dusk at the start of that map, though. 7 misses in the first kind of 100 combo, but after that, he managed to FC the rest of the map. So maybe he got a lag spike or something like that. But yeah, Nagi with the double S, very strong opening show from him. China win their first pick, 1-0. Eldenal a bit upset. He said he's never played that map that bad. Well, it's done now. Nothing you can do about it. It's Chile's pick next, so they can pick something that they're a little bit more comfortable with. And we'll see what that might be. So obviously one no mod ban and one hidden ban. Hard Rock pretty untouched, and so was Double Time, although China have just dipped into that with their first pick, as they very commonly do. Very strong Double Time team.
For Chile, what would you be picking right now?
Like, it's difficult to say because Chile are a very strong Double Time team in their own regard, but so are China. They're a good hidden team, but so are China. Like, Chile are a team, like, in many ways that are just like China, in that they have a core, kind of common roster that's been to multiple World Cups. All of their players are very competent on all mod pools. They have specialists, they have all-rounders, but for the most part, China just seem to be just a tiny step above them in most regards. So they need to just pick the map that they feel the most comfortable on and roll with it, and hope that China make a little mistake or two, because if you lose your first pick and that's the map that you're most comfortable on, it can be a very rough downhill ride from there.
Yeah, so it's a little bit harder when they're both compatible on all the same things. It means Chile doesn't really have any mod pool that they can pull a point or two from comfortably.
Of course, it works both ways, though. China will know that whatever they pick, Chile will be up for the fight for it. There won't be any easy points for them on this, I don't think. They are taking a little bit of time here to decide. Maybe they had something in mind, but that double time pick has convinced them to change their mind.
They did pull that first point by 288,000 though, so that is a very convincing win.
It's going to be Marionette from the no mod pool. I think this is only the second time we'll have seen this map on stream, courtesy of M-Bomb, my fellow UK mapper.
Get banned in the first game.
It has been banned, I think, once or maybe twice, and ignored in some of the other matches. I think it's been picked once, but I can't remember exactly what match it was picked in.
I think it was it's the second match, Korea-France.
Yes, it was fourth pick from South Korea.
It was banned in the Hong Kong one match.
Yep. And it was also banned by Philippines in their match against Germany. So it's been banned twice, picked once aside from this game, and it was ignored in the US versus Brazil match. So Chile hoping that they can outperform China on this more kind of technical, snap-focused selection. Again, not definitely something that China is weak on, but if it's something that they feel confident on, then hopefully they can pull out a good performance on it. Elden are going to be the first
with Crystal.
Oh yeah, there was a trade there.
They're going to stay even.
That's a double drop from
Line,
Elden and Line both dropping. Line with several drops there, in fact, almost failing even.
Can't blame him. Quite a few of these patterns are quite awkward to hit.
And believe it or not, this is the calm section.
Yeah. Jumps though.
It's very snappy. Very kind of stop-start focused. Crystal with that early traded miss, but China looking very strong thus far. Dusks does see a drop though, as I mentioned that, but it's traded immediately back by Line. Nagi dropping several notes now. Might be a chance for Chile to come back into this, but the gap is massive, and Arisial and Line have both missed again.
Eldenel and Crystal both have over 200 combo as well, so they're just going to negate each other out.
Yeah, if anything, China had a very slight advantage still, even at the end there.
Yeah.
So even though that was Chile's pick, it's still going to be a 240,000 point advantage to China. They take the first break point. It is 2-0 to China, and they're wasting no time. Straight back into the double time pool with my show. We've seen this one prove quite popular thus far. The K-pop selection. It's been picked in every match. It's picked in the first 2 matches that we've seen. It wasn't picked in. No, it was picked in the first 3. Sorry, it wasn't picked in the US versus Brazil, where Hard Rock and Double Time were left completely ignored. But it was picked in all of the previous 3. My apologies. The map pools are hard. Yep, these are quite terrifying, even compared to previous years for players of this caliber. So definitely massive respect to everyone who can play this map pool to even a remotely passable standard.
Good though.
I know that when UK got knocked out last week and I saw the semi-final map pool, I thought to myself, I'd like to still be in the tournament, but maybe only as a spectator. I wouldn't want to be playing some of these maps. They look pretty brutal.
Kind of wished I could play this map pool for Australia. I like the bit of the difficulty kick that this year's map pool has got.
Well, I have a sneaking suspicion that it's not going to stop as we go into finals week. Obviously, the map pool showcase is going to be
I would really
live
hope not.
right after our last match tomorrow, which I think is going to be the United States versus Hong Kong.
I hope they crank it up even further for the grand finals. Finals map pool, not grand finals.
Oh, United States versus Hong Kong, and then yeah, that's correct. Sorry, we had obviously some matchups that were duplicated because we didn't know who was winning certain encounters, and yeah, now that map is no longer necessary.
You're gonna start with a miss though.
And the client going to start out with just a few struggles of its own.
Client missing as well. It's just been.
Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, could just been one of those early misses, get the lead out a bit. Client misses yet again.
Crystal with a drop there though, and Nagi as well. This is going to head in Chile's favor. If they can keep these combos for a considerable period of time, they can build up a huge advantage here.
Especially seeing as Dusk is the only one with a combo on the China side too.
Yeah, aside from that early drop from Arisial, Chile have looked very strong with this pick thus far. Dusk's still holding the double S, but as you said, he's the only player on the Chinese side holding on to that FC. And Crystal and Nagi have missed multiple times now.
I think it'll be a large confidence boost for Chile to take a point on China's pick as well. It might give them what they need to pull a few more points. Nico gonna miss though.
I think Crystal might be slightly behind the other players. Hopefully he's not disconnecting.
Oh dear.
Nagi with multiple drops there, almost failing. And Chile are at the break now. They can see they're ahead. Even though Crystal's kind of behind, if we add like 200,000 to his score, I still think that Chile have a significant lead here.
Yeah.
A very handy advantage. Has Crystal been dropped?
Crystal's broken.
I think we're resetting. I think he's okay.
They bamboozled us.
Well, our ref Walter Toro is humming in the chat, so I think we're just waiting for Crystal to finish to decide what happened there.
Oh.
I mean, I think Chile had a handy advantage there, but we have no idea what happened in the last kind of third of the map. So
China with 514,000 point lead at the moment.
Yeah, we really have no idea what's happened just yet, so please bear with us.
Crystal versus no one.
Crystal getting a little bit of solo exposure. The match is still reading us in progress on the MP listing.
All we can really do is wait for the update.
He must have taken a long time to load into the map.
Score is looking quite decent though. It's about to hit 900,000.
This one could be close, you know. We have no idea what happened on the
No,
Chilean.
we've got an update. It's like China won the DT point by 4,400 points.
The MP listing is
take
only
their
showing
third point.
Crystal Dusk, Arisiel, and Nico as registering. Is that because they left the lobby early, or did 2 players fail or disconnect? Walter Toro is saying, I told you to wait, so I think 2 people did drop out a little early there.
It is saying the script client 4,000 points.
Yeah, the ref bot is saying 4,000 points in favor of China, but the MP listing only shows 4 players finishing the match.
This is a major confusion.
Please bear with. I mean, at the moment, China have won the point, but
We are currently calculating the score submissions because some of them did not register by the MP link, but it was registered through IRC. So we are making the recount for that to define who is going to win this match. So bear with us.
we are bearing with.
Hello there.
God. I don't know if anything like this has ever happened before.
I mean, we're definitely aware of kind of client issues and such in the past, but we have been a bit confused and thrown off by results every now and again, but hopefully we sort this one out. The players, I think, are just as confused as we are.
Not surprising. It looks
Everyone's
like,
doing, but it's
yeah.
11 at night.
Looks like they're just discussing about the referees and the calculations and stuff.
So it seems that after the calculations,
Sort of
Chile
understand
gets
a little bit of damage.
Chile gets a total score of 3 million points, 27,943, while China gets 2,959,030 points.
So it's
that
about
makes
a
it
70,000 point victory for Chile then, yeah?
Looks like
Yep. It's a point for Chile after
really did
Well,
end
there
up
you
paying
have it.
off.
Sorry we couldn't bring you the exciting actual moment of victory, but Math has saved the day and it has earned Chile their first point, and it's a break point too. Huge news for them. Hopefully if there's a match that close again, we can actually see it this time. But yeah, Chile have been awarded their point, their rightful point. And I think it is Chile to pick next. So,
Yeah.
do they go back to no mod? And they will go back to no mod with Amon de Varao.
I think I've seen this. I might have seen this. I did miss
Brazil
one
versus
match.
US.
But sad.
It was banned by Hong Kong in their match against Taiwan. It was banned by South Korea in their match against
Korean,
France. It was picked by Philippines. And it was the first pick by Brazil against the US.
Choloco debuting for Team China here.
That's a bit more like it.
So we've got Calianet and Nacho making their first appearances in this match.
So it looks like these 6 players will contest game number 4. Just waiting for everyone to ready up. And the referee to start the game. A couple of confused people still in the Twitch chat, so I'll just summarize as quickly as I can. Nobody disconnected or failed, so it's not like they had to replay the points to account for like people that didn't finish. All that happened is some people had a slow connection, so they finished much later than everyone else, and we had to manually add up those scores because some people left the lobby before other players had finished, and our poor little kind of referee bot couldn't cope with all these people leaving and submitting late and such, so it had a bad time and erroneously said that China were the victors.
Yeah. They nuked our poor little bot.
Looks like Crystal having a little bit of trouble actually confirming his participation. Maybe they have to remove him and then re-add him to the tournament client, I'm not sure. Line saying, well, you could just pick Nagi instead if Crystal can't play.
No.
It's valid, but China will obviously want their best roster for whatever map comes up, if at all possible. Not saying Nagi is a weak player by any means, but China are expert strategists. These players have been playing together on the same team for the past 4 years. They know each other inside and out. They know all of each other's strengths and weaknesses. They know exactly who fits best into each pick.
Over the years, there's only really been like a one-player discrepancy. Like last year and the year before, you saw Kasumi in here. Here, Kalyanet out, and then the year before, Kagamine out.
The unfortunate missing omission from the China roster this year, but since 2016, China have only used 7 different players for their Catch World Cup squad. Apparently Crystal is in Japan. We know that now. I'm not sure how that helps the situation. Oh. Our organizer Juan is stepping in. He's gonna try a quick fix perhaps. Work some magic. Well, there we go. That sounds positive. And MP start sounds even more positive.
Yeah.
Chris has joined the lobby. All is right with the world. So here we go. Game 4 between Chile and China. This winner's bracket semi-final. Chile 1-2 down, but they have managed to take a break point back from China. And if they win this, it'll be squared up at 2 game wins apiece.
Lion and Nacho gonna miss early here.
Yeah, just completely undershooting 2 of those Buzz Sliders sections. Nacho trading a miss with Dusk. Arisial, Crystal, and Kalyanet all hitting 200 combo without issue though. Line QTXE just getting back up to 200, but then again, as I say, that Nacho line drop, Crystal and Calumet drop, Crystal and Aristiel
dropping
drop.
as well.
Everybody's struggling a little bit with this one. 90,000 points to the good for China, but only 1/3 of the map done and dusted.
It's the only one with some sort of combo right now.
And he's going to be slowly building that advantage.
Yeah, everyone's starting to work their way back up now. Hopefully everyone's gonna curb their misses.
That's from Aristiel, who's dropped again.
Oh no.
Crystal just about to hit 200 combo. Nacho has managed successfully. Calumet's back up at 200. But Aristiel's got to do all that work all over again.
Yeah, and then hope for China to drop later on as well. And Aristiel dropping hard there as well. Looked like he missed the screen jump. Gonna miss as
Big
well.
drop there from Nacho and Dusk trading. Nacho L with a couple of drops. Double drop from both sides. Nacho, Lion, Crystal, and Calumet all dropping.
Aristiel
has
the
a
only
combo
combo.
advantage over Dusk, but there isn't enough left of the map, I think.
There's
And
still
Chile-
200,000 point difference.
Yeah, Chile are gonna have their pick broken once again. China back to 2 games up. It's 3-1. Not good news for Chile. Saving grace before China's next pick is Chile do get a chance to ban another map, and they waste no time banning Sakuzio's imprinting Hard Rock pick number 4. Something that we have seen in 2 of the 4 matches thus far. It was a comeback ban for Brazil also in their match against the US, but ultimately didn't save them. China are like, don't worry, there's more double time picks, so we're going to stick with those. Even though it's currently 1 apiece in double time, they're going to go for DT number 4, Touch Music Circles, Reiko Third Desire.
It's clearly not phased them at all though. That Chile's traded points with them in double time.
No, they still feel very comfortable on double time, and maybe they feel that eventually Chile will kind of be beaten down, or even if they trade, China are still doing favorably on other things, on other mod brackets, so there's no reason to panic.
Yeah.
Let's just stick with what they're most comfortable to. So with double time added, this one is only AR 9.66, but it has a frightening BPM of 257.
I believe neither roster has fully shown itself yet for either team.
Fully shown itself in terms of like all
Yeah,
players have
they're-
been used, or
Yeah, all players.
like they haven't reached their potential.
No, they're holding back on the players, both teams. In Sakurano or Kagamine for China, and we haven't seen Lechiguin for Chile. Maybe they're hiding them for later.
Or maybe they're more preferred for things like the approach rate 8 hidden picks that are available.
Yeah,
It's a bit of a cheeky strategy that we see a lot of teams that have a lot of good all-round players do, is they'll pick something very fast with a high approach rate, and then they'll go straight to something far more slow, where they can swap in new players or take advantage of the other team's kind of inability to settle into the new style or the new kind of
Seen
feel of
that
the map.
strategy, and that strategy reversed so many times throughout tournaments now.
Yeah, it's a risk, but it can have wonderful payoffs if you get it right. But China are sticking with their strategy of all the double time that they can muster. Aristiel missing on that buzz slider, and you can tell he's annoyed with that one. He just slightly overbalanced and wasn't able to catch them all in the center of that plate.
Like he's not the only one to miss though. Dusk
No.
missing, and now Eldenel missing.
Yeah, trade there. Everyone holding on those vertical tap dash sections. Wow. Those are some of the harder patterns in this difficulty. Not that the rest of this difficulty is easy by any stretch, but at 257 BPM, tap dashing is quite difficult.
A little bit of precision for those.
Just a little bit, yeah. You've got to be kind of okay at the game to do that. Eldenal with another drop there.
Not be surprised to see some underdashing for that. Well, Eldenal going to drop again as well. Crystal and Arissi are going to trade too.
It's still favorable trade for China though. They have 2 large combos to 1. Kalionet's still
SSing.
Nico and Elris, the triple miss from Chile. Nico in particular dropping that combo, but no combos left on the side of Chile. China still have Dusk and Kalionet.
And we're going to see if Kalionet will finish with the SS here. Just going to miss, but Kalionet's still SSing.
Yeah, Nico trading with Dusk there.
He is going to get the SS.
He's nailed that one. Right on the bullseye. Not a single miss from Kalionet in all of that 1030 combo. That's what I call a hype play. And you can tell he's even a little bit surprised by it. It's 4-1 to China, but Chile get the next pick.
Oh.
They haven't won one of their own picks yet. They've only been able to win a break point from DT against China. Do they stick with no mods still? They're going to assume that the last double time pick will be chosen for them by China.
Honestly, I'd be looking at picking Hidden at this point, or Hard Rock. I haven't seen anyone pick or play these yet, so it might be something that they'd want to look to explore, maybe.
Well, you think that any of the 3 remaining no mod picks, Chile would have to feel super confident on it if they wanted to beat China. China have looked like maybe giving a little bit of an opportunity early, but after like the first 200 combo, they very rarely seem to miss. Chile are going to pick me and you. I was just about to continue that by saying that if there was any no mod pick they were supremely confident on, wouldn't they have picked it before the 2 no mods they've already picked? This is like their 3rd choice no mod map. And they still think they can out-consistency China. I'm not convinced this is the best strategy, but we'll see.
Depends on strategy. Sometimes you're not even thinking about what you're picking, you just pick something, even if it's not your strongest pick. You will sometimes like pick your strongest pick just at random or later in the game, just not even thinking about it.
When you need a shot in the arm. A little injection of hope.
When you pick it, then when you pick that one confident pick, everyone gets a 6-way FC and you get outspun for the point.
Oof. I don't think too many people will be seeing 6-way FCs in this map.
Yeah, definitely not on this stage.
It'd be pretty hype if they did.
It'd be heartbreaking though, as well,
The team
if you're
that
the
lost,
losing
yeah.
team.
I mean, we have seen some victories by single spinners or single droplets even. So here we go then, game number 6. Chile sticking with no mod. Do they have what it takes to steal some more points? To get something else on the board?
Yeah. They pick a pretty neat song to do it to as well. Hopefully we get to hear Drop Pop Candy as well.
Is this one on your
No.
stealing points from China playlist? You have one of those, right? Everyone should have one.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to feel like they could beat China in a World Cup semi-final?
Yeah. Me too. I'd want to feel like I could beat China at any stage.
Shoutouts to 2017 when UK topped a group with China. Don't pay any attention to the fact that China deliberately threw a group game to avoid South Korea. That's irrelevant. We still won.
My God. Yeah, no, I remember for groups this year, Nando alluded to it. He's saying maybe China might throw a game in our group just so they get low seed and so they can just destroy an opponent.
Talking about destroying, this map is being destroyed. 300 combo to the good for everyone thus far. We said we wouldn't see any 6-way FCs, but everyone looking pretty hot on this one so far.
Yeah.
400 ticks past.
Maybe we're gonna get proved wrong. These players are well capable of it too.
In an ordinary setting, like any of these players are capable of anything, even the extraordinary. But
Of course, I think
it's when you're in a tournament setting and the nerves and pressure get to you, you can make silly mistakes and do stuff that you would never normally find difficult.
yeah. I mean, the only non-top 100 player here is Kagamine, and he's incredibly OP and has several World Cup titles. So everyone's definitely well capable of seeing this, even in a tournament environment. Third and first from last year's tournament here.
Everyone powering through this high slider velocity section. 1/3 of the map still to go, and still no drops. China, I think, slightly ahead on this spin battle. Kagamine with the first drop, though. Can Chile hold on? There is not too much left of the map. Only 1/4 to go. Will that one drop decide it? But line drops.
Ooh, that's gonna bring things a lot closer.
This
Got
is
a lot
quite
of support
dense.
for Chile in the chat too. People are
This is a
praying.
dense map, and line's going to miss
Oh,
again.
no,
China are going
Line.
to take the advantage back here.
Really need China to miss one more.
We're still seeing 4 double S's, but at the moment, China are
Oh,
holding. There's
no.
a double set from Chile. That's
Risio.
absolutely not what they needed. Line is just running out of
It's
stamina.
anything at this point. And Dusk did miss towards the end there, but Crystal and Eldnell, from the looks of things, both SSing.
Like, honestly, I know we have to have a winner and a loser, but can we just say that was a staggering performance from everyone in that match?
They left it right till the end.
It's just, that map is just so stamina draining. Like, so much micro movement. Ooh. Like, China will take another break point, and we are finally going to see me. Elux has been waiting for this one for so long, and he's not here. It is DT pick number 4 of China's this match. Everyone, get your pencil and paper out. Count how many me's there are.
Like a me counter in the client.
Can we get that arranged?
No.
Aristiel says, wait. He's got to get his pen and paper ready. Lots of me's in the chat. Great to see.
Had a lot of support for Chile before. Now we've got the press for China in the chat as well.
Outstanding. So much love for both these teams, and they are putting on an absolute masterful show. I know the scoreline says 5-1 at the moment, and it doesn't seem all that close, but both of these teams have looked so unbelievably strong. It's such a relief that this is a winner's bracket match, because neither of these teams deserves to go home based on the strength of this performance at the moment.
Let it dry here.
Yeah, there's no water on offer.
I've got nothing but caffeine. And in my fridge, all I have is milk and Jack Daniels. Safe to say I don't have much water. case. Who needs water when you have fruit? That's got all the water and vitamins you need.
So I think this is the last, or previously this was the last unpicked map in
No, I think
the semi-final pool, apart from the tiebreaker. Is there one else that we haven't seen?
oh my god, there's been at least 40 Miis so far.
Kagamine and Crystal with a double miss early from China.
Eldnil fake missing. As you can see, his name Flash, but he's still got that full combo. Oh,
That
now
is an
he's
actual
gonna real
miss, though, and so is Nico's. Nico missing again. That advantage is again rapidly deteriorating. Kagamine, Rin, and Crystal both just about hitting 200 combo now. Eldonal and Nico have 100 to go.
Almost reminiscent of the start of the Hong Kong-Taiwan game.
One team would miss early, and then they would FC the rest of the map and bring back the victory.
Oh. I don't know, I thought it was one team misses early, FCs the rest, but then the other team just steals it.
Well, that's a triple drop from China there. Nico and Eldonal still managing to hold on. That's going to swing back in Chile's favor. One half of the map still to go, though.
They can really utilize the advantage in the back half of this map. Oh, Nico missing hard. Doricio gonna miss.
Crystal and Kagamine trading as well, yeah. It's still Eldonal versus Dusk right now, and the advantage is firmly in Chile's favor. But that's going to be a double drop from Chile to only one on the side of China.
Things are looking quite close at the moment. Kagamine both missing together as well. Things are not changing right now, and it's quite tense as they're closing out the map, but it looks like Chile will keep this.
So it's going to be about a 35,000 point victory, yeah. Like, China could have crept up on that one a little further. Was the map a bit longer? Crystal did have the 200 combo. Arisiel did not. But that is going to be a victory for Chile. They managed to break another China point. Again, it's double time. 2 points apiece for each of the two rosters on double time. And that's Vamoose gone. No more double time left in this match.
Most double time.
So Chile are not out of this yet. There you go, your wish is being granted, Quijibo. Line QTXZ saying Chile are going to pick Drop Pop and the...
Hey, there we go.
They're finally decided that no mod is not going their way. They're going to drop into the hidden pool.
Looks like they're looking to harness the power of Electric-Win. Will we see China's 6th player, though? Will we see Sakurano?
Eldonal saying time for the sight reads. Have they picked something they haven't practiced? This seems very dangerous.
This is part of the plan. They're just saying that they're sight reading it. Then China are going to be like, okay, we can just play this however we want.
Reverse psychology.
And then they're just going to triple SS it, and boom, there's their point. That's the prediction for this point. Looks like one who wanted to see Drop Pop Candy played. It would appear that Chicken Bible also wanted to see it played as well.
It is his map, so I'm not surprised about that one. This is my map, everyone go hype it, he says. Add some hit sounds, you doof. 3 versus Nagi, why not, says Eldenor.
Yeah.
China do need a third player now that Dusk has joined in. Line,
Sakurano
Lechkin,
when?
and Eldenor all set. Sorry, go ahead.
I just said Sakurano when.
We still haven't seen him yet.
Bringing Callionet in.
Lizard Lady subscribed with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much for the subscription. Great to have you here. Welcome to
Gutsy.
OS Live. So let's go then. Game number 8. China have got a pretty healthy advantage thus far, 5 games to 2. Still need 2 for victory though. Chile have decided to break the mold, going from double time into low AR hidden.
The only mod we're yet to see is now Hard Rock.
Chicken Bible with 5 bits for 5 Dusk misses.
Ooh.
Okay, what if he misses 10 times? You can donate 5 more?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing right there.
Calling him out, man. This is a dangerous game.
Claims right now.
We've seen people struggle with this one a lot so far on stream, but these two teams both very adept at the hidden mod. Not having
Looks
too
like
much
they
of a
both
problem thus far.
practiced it. Oh, Eldenor gonna
Eldenor
miss
will be the
them.
first to drop though. Right before hitting 200 combo, and this is slow and low density, so there aren't very much more than 400 kind of combo in that.
Could be all she wrote. Dusk, Lion, Callionet, and Eldenor missing again. Nagi and Lechwin gonna keep the SS.
Yeah, Lechigrin and
Missing
Dust
again.
dropping there.
Callionet
Nagi, the
also
only player
missing.
holding combo.
Miss for a second there.
There's a double miss from
Nagi
China
miss
though.
now too.
Callionet and Nagi down. Like, Chile don't have the best combos, but they might be able to pull this back.
Eldenor.
That drop from Eldenor is not going to help though. Dusk misses also. That gap's getting tiny. The song's almost over.
My god. Things have been very even between them the whole song. Not much advantage.
Lechigrin
swapping.
dropped right at the end when they had the
Oh
advantage.
no.
Chile had the advantage and Lechigrin dropped in the last 20 notes. No! That was so close. Just 15,000 points the difference. Chile were so close to a point there, but it is now match point China 6-2. That is heartbreaking for Chile. It looked settled after that Dusk miss right at the end, but there was another twist in the tail, unfortunately.
The timing of the miss is so important.
Especially on such a short map like that one.
Got to be heartbreaking for Chile to only lose by 14,000 points too.
Yeah, on a map that short, where kind of score is so easily differentiated, that's a really close margin. So China now have the chance to serve out the match, but they got to do it away from double time. They have no double time picks left. Will they show a hard rock hand, or will they stick to one of no mod or hidden?
I mean, I'm keen to see Hard Rock at this point.
It definitely bodes more favorably for South Korea, their eventual opponents, if they win this match in the final, to know how they're performing on every mod.
Maybe then they won't play Hard Rock if that is the case.
Maybe China will avoid hard rock tactically to hide their true skill. And they're going to stay with Kodama, which is no mod number 6, if I'm not mistaken. Camellia map, well, it's map number 3, but it's the second one in this match. Crystallized having not been seen yet. We've seen this in 3 of the 4 matches thus far. It went ignored in South Korea's match versus France.
I did miss the let's see. Remember if it was played in. Oh wait, it was ignored in the South Korea match. My head is completely scrambled, which should not happen.
Interestingly,
Yeah,
in both the
sure.
Taiwan-Hong Kong match and the US-Brazil match, the team that picked this lost. Philippines are the only team to have picked Kodama and won of the 4 matches that have been played thus far.
Did anyone from that match get the FC on it?
I would need to look back through the MP links.
You know,
Which
so
I
far
can
in
do.
matches I have seen, someone has pulled an FC on it.
It was picked very
not
early on in the
warning.
Philippines match. I
Pulled
remember
this
that
morning
match.
with the SS, and then I think it was Atsuko Kagari.
Atsuko Kagari
Oh,
from
right.
Taiwan with the
Yeah.
FC. 99-95 accuracy, so just the 1 droplet miss is our current high scorer on that one. There were no FCs in the Philippines-Germany match, although Boonray did get a 1 miss.
Yeah, so it's so far then on this map.
And Rossold had an FC with an SS even
SS.
in the US-Brazil match. So there you go. 2 FCs of 18 players that have competed on it thus far.
Didn't even look like he broke a sweat when he SS'd it either.
No, but it rarely does for him. Oh, my boy Xerox subscribing with Twitch Prime. Not a map selector this year, but still, obviously, as always, ever involved with the catch scene. Great to have you around. Hope you're doing well. Game number 9. Chile got a bit of a deficit to overcome if they want to get to a tiebreaker here. China looking to serve out for their 7th and final point that will take them to the winners bracket final. And another match with South Korea awaits if they can claim 1 more point.
This one could be quite close. As far as I know, all these players are really good on converts. Nacho going to be the first to miss though. I didn't even see what he missed on. Just miss, and he's going to miss again.
Well, that second miss was a lot more understandable.
Yeah,
That slight
very
velocity
visible.
on that wiggle is huge. Crystal did trade and Nagi dropped as well, so Chile actually had the advantage here with Line and Eldenor holding on to full combos.
Little backwards sliders there. Just giving him trouble.
So it's currently 2 full combos to none on the side of Chile right now. They'll be hoping they can eke this one out as long as possible. Nacho dropping, though, Line dropping as well. Now it's 3 200 combos to 1. China going to be wresting that advantage right back. So much prayer for Chile and China in the chat. You guys are feeling this one.
And the pressure's got to be on for Chile right now too. Being 6 points to 2, 1 more loss, meaning the loss of this game. Even though they do have a little
Nacho and Elbenal both dropping though. And again, after a shaky start, China are looking scary.
That was just a part of the plan. Maybe they were just thinking, yeah, let's all just miss at the start, throw everyone off, and then we'll FC the rest of the song.
It's risky. China have a 100,000 point advantage with 1/2 of the map still to play. I think I also spied during this calm section a Colin to 11 subscription with Twitch Prime as well. Thank you as well so much for joining. Welcome to OS Live. Enjoy your sweet new pink OS badge and your lovely subscriber emotes.
Chile comeback in the chat as well.
Well, they have all the combos necessary, but they need to see a miss from someone or some all from the China roster right now.
Yeah.
100,000 points is not an advantage that's going to be overturned with just 1 or 2 misses.
All 6 of China to miss right now.
All 6?
3 not playing probably won't register too much of a score issue.
Yeah. That's 2 drops from Nacho
That is
and Line, though. Not who they wanted to see miss.
Oh, not at all. What China really need to do now is finish the map. Lead has hit a point where they're just too far ahead and there's not enough time left for Chile to do anything now.
Well, they don't know that their advantage has grown even larger, so they just have to focus on performing.
Back into this map is not really in terms of trouble. It might be a bit missable, but definitely not all that failable. Especially not to teams like this. And there you go, China has taken the victory 7-2 over Chile.
The triple 1 miss from the Chinese roster. Not quite as good as a triple FC, but Crystal and Dusk both had only 1 miss and no droplet misses. Nagi with just 2 droplet misses. That is some outstanding, unshakable consistency. China looking dangerous. They will advance to a winners bracket final next week against their old rivals, South Korea. Chile, not out of it though. This was a winners bracket encounter, so they'll be dropping down to the losers bracket. They have another chance to survive. And whoever is awaiting them is going to be the winner of Hong Kong versus USA, which we're going to see tomorrow, I think.
Old rivalry never dies. Can't think of any World Cups that I've seen where China and Korea have not faced off.
I'm trying to think back to 2016. Did China and South Korea face each other? Indonesia were the other participants in that final.
Oh,
I'm not sure where South Korea placed in that one. South Korea have a weird habit of like dominating a year and then really underperform. Not like really underperforming. Like they still make it to semifinals or finals week or whatever, but by their lofty standards.
last year, I think it was a lot attributed to the roster changes. Especially now with this year, how they've changed the roster up and they've been near untouchable.
So I think if all is well, we're going to be jumping into a losers bracket encounter between Philippines and Mexico in just a second. And note that both this match and the next one, USA versus Hong Kong, are kind of our second losers bracket round matches of the weekend. So both of these matches, all four of these teams have already won a losers bracket match thus far. Philippines victorious 7-4 over Germany. Mexico 7-0 over Finland in a win by default. Very sad to see that. USA was 7-0 victorious over Brazil. And Hong Kong had a very close and exciting game. First up on stream, I say this morning, but it was more like yesterday now, against Taiwan. Yesterday for you.
Oh, that's tragic though. Mexico and Finland. I would have. I was surprised when I saw that when I woke up this morning, looking at Finland Mexico 7-0. Because you would have expected a game like that to be close, but yeah, finding out the win by default, that's especially in semifinals week. It's just tragic to hear.
Yeah. But sadly, we can't dwell on the past. We have the future to look forward to. And it's going to be Philippines or Mexico taking their position in finals week. Both of these teams looking to make finals week, I think, for the first time. But France awaits them in a losers bracket quarter-final.
If you're either of these teams, you are not going to be looking forward to next week's match against France.
I think personally, they don't want to be looking to that match at all. They have to focus on the here and now. There's no sense worrying about France if you don't get through this match first. Both of these teams have looked really strong in their recent performances. Like, the only disadvantage is that Philippines won't have seen a lot of Mexico from, obviously, they'll just have to know what they've been playing in scrims and on the regular client. Mexico have a lot of data to go on from that 7-4 victory over Germany, which hopefully they've been able to strategize with.
At this point in the World Cup, all the strategy that you have is going to be vital.
Given that this is a Bunray map, I have to assume this is Philippines warm-up. And we're being told this is the first warm-up. It just took a little while to download, so nothing of kind of critical note has been missed. We have seen no rolls, picks, bans, or any of that juicy good stuff.
So rolls, here's what I'm thinking. Mexico are going to take the rolls by... Will be another it will be an intermediate roll this time. It'll be 51 to Mexico, 42 to Philippines.
I thought you were going to go 51-49 there.
Oh, not that close now.
Well, we'll see if you are correct. Oh, Puffbuck's got the same idea as you. He says 54 and 43.
Yeah,
He's stolen your idea. Not sure what our difficulty is here, or if we just need to reset the lobby very briefly. So we'll keep you updated on that. But even if it does take a little bit of time to get back into, we still haven't seen Mexico's warm-up just yet. So hopefully we can get back into that at the very least before rolls, picks, bans, and the actual matches.
See some good memes.
Well, Philippines looked like a fairly serious warm-up on their part, which we haven't seen thus far from them.
They're gonna use a Ode XS Grand Finals map. Amazing break.
2.
And looks like my rolls were on point again.
Now there's an unfortunate roll for Roido. Roll my IQ and he hits an 8.
Hate to see that.
So Daxarol's rolling 13, unlucky for some, but somehow still winning. Roido can only manage an 8 for Philippines. Momo X a little bit put out by that one, like, how did you roll so low, dude? Daxaros and Mexico will decide whether they want to pick first or ban first. They're going to pick first, so we'll see Philippines first ban. Philippines have been quite content to ban first and pick second throughout the tournament thus far, so I don't suppose they'll be too bothered by that.
Let's them feel Mexico out a tiny bit. Not well, in comparison to how Mexico for Philippines, like for what information on Philippines Mexico has, but it's better than nothing, honestly.
Philippines is going to be taking Grief and Malice, Hard Rock 1 off the table. So no Kias in this match. Obviously Mexico have shown pretty good strength on Hard Rock throughout the tournament thus far. Philippines definitely no slouches on Hard Rock, but Mexico proving a little bit too risky to go up against on Hard Rock pool. Mexico saying they don't want anything to do with Evans, the AR-8 hidden pick, and that's a good selection because Philippines do have some good and especially low AR hidden players. And that's wise. Philippines have banned Hard Rock, so Mexico are going to go, okay, well, there's still 3 left. We're going to pick it. Imprinting is going to be their first pick. Hard Rock number 4.
It's like they're gonna stick with Daxaros, Kasho, and Cowboy. And it looks like they're gonna have Kaganame, Rin, Roido, and Bunrei for Philippines.
Looking like Chalucha's going to be jumping in instead of Cowboy on the side of Mexico here, though. A late switch. Lots of love shown between the players. Great to see.
Can't have high-flying wrestling without Lucha. Gonna wrestle for points right now. So Daxaros, Lucha,
F-Fan has been
Kaga.
undone. F-Fan has been undone. Kaganame Rin's name really throws me off because last year it was Kagamine Rin. Kagamine Rin is a player on the Chinese roster. Kaganime Rin is a player on the Philippines roster. You've been bamboozled, kiddo.
Yeah, you've been bamboozled.
Lots of early misses here, though.
Don't know whether to think anime.
Kasho and Chalucha all dropped. Just Daxaros versus Bunrei for the FC now. Mexico with a slight advantage on account of Kaganime Rin's extra misses, but trades with Kasho there.
Quite a bit there too. This miss isn't going to be too detrimental in comparison to Kaga's. Yeah, that name. I don't know whether to think Kagamine anime or...
Oh, what the heck happened to Daxaros? He's like completely stopped moving.
Oh my god.
That is absolutely not good. Like, we did see a triple miss there.
It's happening.
Everyone missed aside, even Bunrei has missed now, but like, Mexico are hemorrhaging points here. They cannot possibly win like this. What the heck has happened to him?
No. First time this year, if this is a technical error for the player. Had players fall out due to broken keyboards and stuff. You'd hate to see it in a World Cup too.
Well, maybe this is just Tawny client lagging out up again, but usually when we see the Tawny client failing to keep up with a player, it doesn't register misses and the notes just kind of silently glide past them as if the catcher isn't even there. We are definitely seeing catches and misses here.
A broken keyboard would stop a catcher dead in its tracks.
He is immediately like disconnected from the tournament server at the end of that map. I have no idea what happened there, but I think it would have been very close had whatever happened to Daxarols not happened. We're still waiting to work out what happened there.
Was that a disconnect? Was that just a break? Was that Osu? I mean, surely it wouldn't have been a disconnect. He was in there the whole time, and his screen would have gone before that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All we know right now is that we think he failed, but we have no idea why his catcher just completely stopped moving.
Yeah. I mean, like something like a keyboard or something. That would be twice that's happened in the catch tournament this year, and twice a hardware issue has occurred on tournament. As I think it was group stage or round of 16 for the Standard World Cup. Ukti's tablet pen just broke on him in the middle of a pick.
Yeah, you hate to see it happen. We'll hopefully find out a little bit more later in the match, but that's not good news for Mexico because I reckon they were not guaranteed to win that one, but they did have a lead. Unfortunately, we must continue on though, so that counts as a break point for Philippines, and they will get to pick next. They are deliberating. Roido seems to think Mirage Garden is up for them. Hidden Pool it is.
We have not actually seen Daxaros since then.
No, he is still absent from the tournament server.
Actually worried because if it was external, yeah, it could be anything external really. Hard to tell, because you're not really on the other side. Like you can't tell what's happening on the other side unless they've got like stream cams or something.
Roido saying the first part is too hard and you need luck. Well, maybe luck is on their side. Maybe they'll just have to get good and FC the map. Catch all the fruits, dude. It's easy.
Yeah. Just don't miss. You're missing. Just don't. Looks like Firu is gonna join for Mexico. So it's gonna be Lucha, Cowboy, and Firu. Crowley, Roido, and Bunrei for Philippines. Philippines looking to get that second point.
Yeah, it is good news for both these teams at least that they have very deep rosters that people can take over if anyone is unable or unwilling to compete on most mod pools. Viru stepping in for Mexico. As we said, Crowley also jumping in for the Philippines.
Just gotta hope Mexico aren't too faced by the loss of Daxaros at this point. Game, like if they get into a bad mindset early game, it's really gonna hurt them throughout the match.
Yep. No issues yet. Everyone's still holding on to that double S as we approach 200 combo. It's about... Oh no, Roido with an early break there. Crowley and Roido dropping again, and Firu as well. And Chalucha on the side of Mexico. Actually, very even trade there.
Dropping a lot. Bunray gonna miss with Roido too.
Yeah, Cowboy still holding on to that SS, but just as I say that, he drops.
Kating is on point today.
Crowley now has the dominant combo, and it's on the side of PH. That advantage is going to swing back to them as Chalucha misses again. But now Crowley finally drops. Has he done enough to give his team an advantage? It's a very tiny lead at this stage.
And luckily for them, when Lucha dropped, Firu dropped, and Firu dropped again now. And drops once more. Firu's struggling a bit on a couple of these patterns.
Yeah, Crowley up to 200 combo, so Philippines maxing out their score difference now. Cowboy drops as well. Chalucha, the only large combo on the side of Mexico. That gap is going to be increasing.
Roido dropped as well here, but it's not enough now that Cowboy's dropping with him and Firu's dropping with him as well.
Crowley tanks a few though, unfortunately.
Too much at the moment. Halfway, so there is still a little bit of time to come back, but they're really going to need something massive at this point to get back in this second half.
Yeah, it's about 100,000 points at this stage, maybe just under. Every time we see a drop from Philippines and Mexico have a chance to capitalize, they trade a miss of or more of their own.
Yeah.
The gap is very rarely shrinking.
Realizant. Lucha gonna drop now too, so once again, Firu gonna drop too.
Crowley trades a couple times as Bunray hits 1,000 combo.
Roido gonna drop, but
this traded back almost immediately by Chalucha. Bunray finally drops after hitting about 1,200 combo.
Gonna need to drop a lot more if Mexico want to utilize this advantage, but both their combos gone in a snap as Firu and Cowboy.
Yeah, both Firu and Cowboy dropping there. Absolutely the worst possible time, just when they could have taken advantage. Chalucha dropping as well, and just like that, Mexico have no combos, and what do you know? Philippines have 3.
One's got a gauntlet in the chat. They're just clicking their fingers. Moving half the world's combos.
Crowley and Firu trading a couple misses at the end there as Bunray drops once again. Cowboy sees some too. Roido finishing, I think, with the best combo, but it's going to be a pretty convincing victory for the Philippines in that one. 130,000 points the difference. 2-0 Philippines. Mexico to pick next.
Roido's got the blurry eyes, so he's going to need a...
Yeah, that map can do that to you. Yeah, very impressive. Bunray almost making it to that 1,200 combo before having A little bit of a struggle towards the end. It is first 2-7, so it is best of 13 Neko Bro. So
Holy
Philippines
goodness.
have 5 more wins to take. Mexico still got to get themselves on the board.
And Crowley just telling Bunray to drink coffee, bro, but Bunray gets the jitters with coffee. Who doesn't have none? That's
I mean,
that a brother doesn't have coffee.
without being rude, Crowley hasn't been giving the best advice to his teammates in the multiplayer lobby in either of the matches today.
No, I mean, just
I'm not
like,
sure I would be taking his word as like actual gospel.
I'm not gonna say that one on stream though.
Yeah, we'll pass on that one, Chief.
Right, maybe I'm starting to agree with your take on his advice giving. That isn't the best advice.
So if Blurry Eyes was the case on Hidden, Mexico are going to say, well, okay, how does AR 10.3 sound? You like
dear.
buzz sliders at that BPM and approach rate? Chalucho desperately wants Daxaros back, but we have no idea where he is.
In the lobby, from the looks of things.
He has just made a reappearance.
Maybe he is broken and is ready to come back.
I hope so, for all our sakes, especially for Mexican team and their fans. We don't want to see anything like that again. Big welcome back to Daxaros. Whatever problems he had, hopefully he has resolved those.
Like, we're going to start on Yunaka Jikaru. Well, it is AR. Well, it is AR9 DT. It's still, luckily for them, just at the rain. At least the combos. I mean, we've seen this map time and time again. Too brutal in terms of what DT could be.
The advantage on this one is because there's so many dense buzz slider sections, if you miss, you're almost back up to 200 combo again instantly. So it doesn't feel like you lost that much ground.
Yeah.
Mexico do have the advantage here after Kaganime dropped a little bit at the start. Also Bunray missed slightly at the start as well. Cowboy and Daxaros did see some misses as Cowboy and Kaganime trade there, but they were slightly earlier overall.
The start of Buzz Slider might not be too good for teams though. Easily miss a 1 or 5.
That's a very strange miss from Cowboy in the slower section, just not adapting to that very low density. And I think Philippines are going to very slowly take the lead back here. They manage it on the spinner as Chalucha drops. Daxaros, the only combo left on the side of Mexico, fighting against Bunray. Fighting to maintain accuracy.
It's a slow section, so he could have just been trying to center his catcher, although...
Oh wow, double
don't
miss
think
from
it's
Roido and Bunray. No combos left on the side of Philippines now. Cowboy does trades. Chalucha trades as well, but Daxaros is still holding strong. 850 combo now. He's going to carry this one. Can he go the whole way?
I'm still curious to find out what happened to Daxaros earlier on too.
Well, whatever screwed him up before, he is back with a vengeance.
Yeah. Looking to redeem what he had.
And that is going to be a barnstormer of an FC from Daxaros. Oh no, he must have missed right at the very beginning. Sorry,
My
I was
God.
so convinced he was on an FC, but he missed 5 notes right at the very beginning. Still, that's an outstanding performance to hold combo when he knew he was nervous, when he knew he either had that mechanical error or that disconnect or whatever happened. To miss at the beginning and then settle your nerves instantly and FC the rest of that map when everyone around you is falling. Great performance from Daxaros. Mexico finally get on the board.
Lucha's misses didn't too much to sway the point towards Philippines, as Mexico did take the point.
So first
Thanks, I need
hurdle
coffee.
successfully traversed. Mexico are on the board. They still now need to break point against Philippines at some point if they want to win this. But for now, they just got to focus on racking up some points, get some confidence under their belts. Philippines are saying, okay, well, you don't like low AR hidden? Well, we're going to pick it. Drop pop candy.
For real.
Philippines sticking with hidden, this time of the low AR, low BPM variety. But I think this is the only low AR hidden pick available after Mexico banned Evans. So Philippines had a win of 129,000 points on their previous hidden pick. Will this one be as convincing? Very short map, low combo, low density. If you miss, it's very difficult to get back up to combo, so every miss is hugely punishing to your score.
Even one miss can do it. And last game we saw, and when Chile were thought to have had it in the bag, that one miss from Lecheguin at the last moment swayed it back to China.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Hopefully don't see anything quite so tragic as that.
But Daxarov's going to take the place of Cowboy here for this hidden pick.
Just waiting for all players to sync up. Praying, fingers crossed, for no more player issues. Daxaros with a couple of early drops there. And Chalucha down even earlier as well. I must have missed that one.
We're going to miss as well.
Firu dropped as well, so
no game.
No combos, 4 combos left on the side of Mexico. Daxaros dropping once again. And you can see that even after like such early misses, Philippines already have a nearly 200,000 point lead.
Yeah.
You really can see the logarithmic scaling on that score v2. The closer you are to 0, the more score you're missing out on. And at the moment, Mexico cannot get away from that big 0. They want to be anywhere else right now, but they just keep finding themselves back there again and again. All of their players under 30 combo now. This is going to be a massacre. Even though Roido and Crowley both missed, they've set up such a huge advantage. Boonray dropping as well, but the damage is well and truly done already.
Even now, they've just put in the work early, and now they get to clock off.
A few drops there from Crowley, Roido, and Firu at the end. Chalucha actually finishing with the highest combo, just peaking at 200. But unfortunately, all the damage was done in the first kind of third of the map there. Mexico just never managed to get going. Firu only managing 83 combo as his max. And there you see, like 700k, 760k, 900k from Boonray. Not like outstanding scores on a normal map, but game winning here.
Oh, no doubt. And Firu going just under 600,000 there. Very costly. The combo just really held him down. Each respective player for Mexico just under the points for their counterparts for Philippines.
So Mexico should get another ban here, if I'm not mistaken. Philippines have made it to 3 game points.
Yeah, most Osu tourneys do use Chelong. It's a very handy service to have for one-on-one tournaments or team tournaments.
Chat's just scrolled up ever so slightly, so we can't quite see what is being discussed as far as Mexico's potential ban might be. There's a lot gone on there, and we're not quite sure exactly what has been banned. First Mexico bans about. They're going to ban Alt Mirabel, Hidden One, I think. I might have missed that. That makes the most logical sense, given that they banned one Hidden and lost 2 others. Mexico just want to take that final Hidden pick off the table. Very sensible if that is indeed their comeback ban. And it'll be Mexico to pick again next. So they've gotten rid of Hidden, they don't have to worry about that anymore. Now they can start to mount a comeback without having to worry about any of those pisky hidden maps being picked.
Straight for hard rock too.
Yeah, Mushikui Sakeda Rhythm. The Hard Rock 3, I think, being selected here.
Difficulty map by Amamiya Yuko.
Yeah, this is RLC difficulty. Obviously, both very famous mappers in OS.
Yeah. I strayed there for a second.
Just refreshing our lovely chat. Stay hydrated, Twitch chat, says Bunray. Very good advice. Roido says time to sight read again. I mean, I'm not sure you can sight read this after you've already played it in a previous match, Roido, but okay.
I mean, you have to read it with your sight, so I'd say he's not technically wrong.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Let's get me the chalkboard.
Sight read V2. Okay, Roido. Sight read V2. Let's go. What did he get in the previous match? Let's find out. Knockout stages results. Philippines versus Germany. Let's see what score he got, and if he doesn't beat it this time, I'm gonna call him out.
Okay. You know what?
Scrolling down. Mushikui Sakeda Rhythm. Roido, 6 miss, 974,000. Well, let's see what you can do, big man.
Now this is your fight, not mine. Roido gonna miss the start. I don't know whether that's a curse and Tate or whether he just got nervous after being called out.
Kagane may miss it several times.
Looks like we've got half Hidden Hard Rock, half Hard Rock here to Daxaros and Lucha for Mexico and Kaganame for Philippines. Roido gonna miss again, so that's what he's...
So far, this is looking like a very smart pick by Mexico. Philippines not able to keep up with this one at all. All of their players just struggling to make it to 100 combo now. I think Mexico are still on a triple FC at this point. Only 1/3 of the map gone, obviously, but definitely building a huge early lead. Bunrei and Kaganame back up to that 200 combo mark. Roido's got some work to do as Chalucha has dropped there, but Roido and Bunrei see a double drop there. Kaganame the only combo left on the side of Philippines, but Cowboy still SSing. But just as I say that, Cowboy and Daxerol's double drop.
I mean,
Nobody can say that I don't personate all parties equally.
No.
Kaganame, Bunrei, Cowboy all dropping. Wow, after a promising start, everyone is really starting to struggle here.
Yeah. As long as everyone holds on, I mean, Mexico just did that early advantage, and they've still got the advantage now too.
Well, it's almost to the tune of 300,000 points right now. We see lots of drops from Cowboy though. He dropped dangerously low there, and he's still
like
missing.
Mashed about 5 notes at once.
Bunrei sees the drop. That's not good news. Mexico have got a huge advantage here, and they're closing in on a second point. Three great combos finishing this up for Mexico. As long as they can keep it together, this point is theirs to lose. Cowboy and Chalucha both seeing drops at the end there, but ultimately no effect on the score.
Just massive score difference as well.
Roido saying his sight read yesterday was better. Yeah,
38,000 point difference.
Yeah, definitely a huge victory there for Mexico. And that's great news because that's like a pool that hasn't really been touched that much so far. So whilst Philippines have used up two hidden picks securing their victories, Mexico know they have an empty or like an open pool to work with for Hard Rock to secure some more points of their own if their victories are anything like as convincing as that one.
The only thing is, Philippines do have a chance to ban one Hard Rock once Mexico hit their 3rd point.
This is true, but first, Philippines will definitely not be picking Hard Rock because it is their selection next.
Dama.
Camellia World Cup, yes indeed. First Camellia from this match in particular.
Yeah.
Chalucha dropping out, Casho coming in. Kielzu jumping on board for the Philippines. Who's going to be Mexico's 3rd player?
The jump out as well. So I think they might just be trying to figure it out.
Peru. So here we go. Game number 6. Philippines have the advantage at 3-2. They've broken Mexico once in that very opening pick. Can they keep an advantage of 2 games in hand, or can Mexico break back for an even score? Camilia's Kodama is going to be the object of affection for the two teams in game number 6. Philippines taking an early advantage on the spinner, but I don't think we'll be seeing any six-way FCs on this one, given that only 2 people of the 24 players that have taken this map on have actually FC'd thus far, I think. Roido going to be the first to drop bang on 200 combo. Bunrei and Elzu missing right after 200. I mean, this is early days, this is a long map, but this is already looking difficult for Philippines, although Mexico see a double drop there. Firu and Cowboy both going down.
I don't know who has the advantage in this. I'm not sure out of both teams who has the better convert players. At the moment, it's looking like Mexico are doing a little bit better.
Yeah, most of that is down to Kasho, who's been holding that full combo since the beginning. We saw a drop from Firu and a trade with Bunrei as well, so that gap is holding pretty steady, if not ever so slightly increasing in Mexico's favor. But it's only about 40,000 points, but Kasho finds the miss.
Pretty big, especially as Bunrei.
And that's a triple miss from Mexico. That is a massive hit.
And Roido gonna miss, but now Kielzu is doing the same for Mexico as Kasho was up. Doing the same for Philippines as Kasho was doing for Mexico, sorry.
And there's 6,000 points in it. Mexico got lucky there. They saw a triple drop, but it was followed closely by Bunrei to Roido and Roido before the gap could get much bigger. Kielzu is the difference maker here, but Mexico have a very slight combo advantage. All 3 of their players are above Bunrei and Roido's combo. This is going to be so close when they all hit 200 combo again.
On the flip side, oh yeah, Kasho about to hit that 200 combo as well. Ray hits it, but Roido's still 20 combo off, so...
We're pretty much right back where we were after that first spinner when Philippines eked out a tiny lead. This can only be a couple thousand points.
Quite close right now.
Quite
Slightly
close indeed.
in favor.
Just 1/4 of the map to go. Who's going to blink first? Kielzu with the drop. The big combo on Philippines is down. Roido drops. Kielzu takes down again. Firu's down. Cowboy and Kasho are holding.
Just when they had it back to Mexico. Will Mexico keep this, or will Mexico do the nice fight polite and give it back to Philippines?
Firu's back up at 200. Roido drops. Bunrei dropped just previously as well. There's not much left of the map. Mexico are building a huge lead here right when it matters the most.
Yeah, Kielzu gonna miss again, so it looks like Philippines just kind of imploded a tiny bit towards the end of this, and Mexico's 3rd point.
After some early difficulties from Kasho and Cowboy, that was a great recovery. 700 combo apiece for both of them. Kielzu, 852 combo, the highest in the game, but unfortunately, Philippines come out on the losing side. Mexico get a vastly needed break point. They were patient. Credit to them. They waited for their chance, and they've seized it now. 3 games apiece. A peach. I've made that stupid fruit pun twice already today, and I'm making it again. Mexico secure a 3rd point. Philippines get a 2nd ban.
Fruit puns are better than collapsing your English.
I'm trying my best. There's 1 hard rock pick available, Saturn. There's still plenty of no mod on the table and lots of DT too. Do the Philippines get rid of Saturn and just say, nope, no more hidden, no more hard rock. You're either playing normally or you're playing at super speed.
Ooh, I'm thinking they would want to ban Saturn. Saturn, we've seen quite a few people have trouble with Saturn, and if they are if they're not doing so well on Hard Rock, Saturn really won't play into their favor.
Yeah, so Philippines won imprinting the first Hard Rock pick, which is very similar in style and length to Saturn, but we're not quite sure whether that would have been the case if Daxaros hadn't had whatever issues he may have had. So maybe they want to get rid of that, but nope, they decide they want to get rid of me.
Oh,
One extra double time ban taken off the table. So you got to imagine Mexico are probably going to pick Saturn, if not next, at some point in the remaining matches. Or maybe they're leaving it open as if to say, well, we feel confident on this, so we don't think we need to ban it. We dare you to pick it. And Mexico are obliging happily. They will immediately pick Saturn. Could this be a very clever bait from the Philippines? Or do they legitimately think they can outperform Mexico on this Hard Rock?
here's the thing about baiting though. What if you bait someone who's just too strong for your bait, and then you're the one who gets baited by the...
Then that'll be a backfire,
Right.
Chief, and Philippines will have to make a comeback of their own. Mexico have not been ahead in this game thus far. They've only just managed to tie the scores up.
Be the cannon.
Any sign on the guy who disconnected earlier? I mean, Daxaros is his name, and catching fruit is still his game. He is in the lobby. He is performing well for Mexico. We're still not sure exactly what happened to him, but it doesn't seem to have affected him too much. He's looking pretty good. Oh, Ref Walter Toro readying up the players. Game number 7 is about to come underway. Very important game for both teams. Philippines desperate for another win to keep their lead. Mexico looking to lead for the first time in the match.
Allow me to explain catch. So you put this plate on your head, right? And then you go to the pantry of Pepe. And then basically what Pepe does is he just shoves all the fruit off of his shelf, and then you got to run around like crazy with this plate on top of your head trying to catch it. If you don't catch it, it smashes on the floor, you slip on it. It's a real mess.
It's just wasteful too. Think of the fruits, man. They have feelings. They deserve to be put on the plate.
Though, at least if it lands on the floor, if you get a straw, that's like 5-second rule on a smoothie.
Oh, nice. Bunray with the first drop, though. Kaganime dropping as well. Daxaros did see it early miss too, but at the moment it's definitely advantage Mexico. Bunray dropping again. He's dropping a little low on health there. HP drain on this is fairly mean. You don't want to be missing more than 1 or 2 notes in a row.
Looks maybe he just didn't tie his Reeboks up well enough. In any case, Mexico looking incredibly strong here. Casho gonna miss, just as I say that, but Cowboy still with the SS, and Daxaros only having 1 early miss there.
Yeah, Roido dropping the only large combo left on the side of Philippines now. No combos left.
Nasty misses for Casho, but 2 high 400 combos for Mexico, which is just it's too late for a turnaround now.
Can Cowboy hold on for the SS is the only question left in this one. And can people make sure they don't fail? The HP drain on this is very mean. Cowboy drops the FC. Daxaros, everyone is down in combo apart from Roido, but the gap is way too much to make up. Mexico are going to finally take the lead in this game, 4-3. They're on top for the first time, and they make Philippines regret not banning that last Hard Rock pick.
And there are no comeback bans that can be had anymore too, which means anything in the pool is free for anyone to pick.
Yeah, there's no hidden left. There's no Hard Rock left. We got 2 double times and a whole lot of no mod.
The pools are getting scarcer and scarcer as we go. And we've got...
And I think with no mod in particular, then like most of the no mod pool becomes a complete coin flip between these two teams.
I feel like it's a lot that way, especially for catch specific stuff. It might go one way or another more often than not, but
Well, we'll have to wait a little bit for any specifics because it's going to be Camellia number 2, Amor de Verão, the second Camellia song in the no mod pool. Going to be Philippines pick, looking to keep the scores level. They've got to not let themselves be unsettled by the fact that they're now behind. They've got to keep the scores tied at 4 apiece if they can win this game. If we're lucky and this game goes long, we might get to see triple Camellia. Crystallized is also in the pool. No mod number 2. Firu welcoming himself back to the multiplayer lobby. He's going to be joining Cowboy and Casho on the side of Mexico. Bunrei, Roido and Kielzu lining up on the other side of the match.
looks like we're about to get started on our second song of the Camellia World Cup.
Yes,
Starts
game number 8. Okay, and away they go. Firu sees an early drop. Alas, actually Cowboy and Kielzu trade there. 2 full combos to warm up. Bunrei is the next to drop. It's just Roido and Casho left now, hitting that 200 combo mark.
2-minute map, it's not really all that long either, so...
It is very dense though, at least.
That end is coming up fast.
Mexico going to take the advantage. Oh no, Firu drops right as they were about to take the lead. Casho drops and trades with Kielzu. Firu drops again though. The lead is only about 15,000 points at the moment, but Philippines definitely have the advantage here.
Change very quickly though, but...
One miss on the side of Philippines or Mexico could seal this. Roido still holding that double S as he hits 500 combo now. Cowboy recovering nicely, but Firu is the next to drop. Kielzu drops right before he gets the 200 combo. Casho safely navigates back up to 200. Still 1/3 of the map to go. That is an unfortunate drop from Casho though.
Really good Philippines. Casho dancing a little bit under that. Oh, he's gonna miss again now though. Looks like Philippines gonna draw this 4-4 apiece.
And double trade from Firu and Casho to Kielzu and Roido. Just Cowboy and Bunrei holding a good combo now, but the lead is too big. Cowboy drops, Firu drops. There's no way they can come back with just that one spinner. Philippines do secure another point. It's 4-all. This contest continues. So evenly matched between these teams thus far.
Yeah, 159,000.
Is it too early to start hyping tiebreaker?
Let's go for it.
There you go. You are legally allowed to start tiebreaker hype. The bar is open.
But what do we do if they don't send us to tiebreaker though?
Well, we're still enjoying an epic match, so I don't think I'll be too annoyed.
That is quite
I
true.
would
We
love
still
to
have
see
one more
Symphony
match
of the
after
Night.
this.
I would
Yeah.
love to see Symphony of the Night played somewhere, but we only have, I think, 2 matches left after this one, so... Which one's it gonna be? Please be one.
Kissing on the tiebreaker.
Crowley would kiss anywhere, it doesn't have to be on the tiebreaker. Don't be drawn in by his romantic words.
I don't know. He does have some honeyed words.
Cowboy saying we pick extra DT. I think that's probably Reiko Third Desire, because it's the only convert left open and it's not my show.
It is extra difficulty too.
.257 BPM streaming. Some very, very snappy kind of vertical 1/4 patterns.
If we kissed on the 267 tap dashes.
Philippines are a team full of love. A little bit too much love, perhaps.
267 BPM, love.
Boomerang drop at 100 combo.
But are gonna miss too. Looking quite good for Mexico in early game.
Yeah, all the Mexican players managing to hit 200 combo without issue. Kielzu, the only full combo left on the side of the Philippines. We have seen that teams that fall behind early can do
Mexico.
well if they can be consistent later on, and Cowboy and Daxaros continuing that trend. They're going to miss and give Philippines back the advantage here.
And looks like Philippines take the score back now. They're gonna need Philippines to miss again if they want to do something here. We are halfway, so there's still plenty of time for a comeback. One was 10:30 combo for an FC, wasn't it?
I think by the time I look for it, we'll already be over as Kielzu and Roido drop. Massive advantage for Mexico now. Can they keep this going as long as possible?
Don't blink.
Boonerang dropping as well, that advantage grows further. 1/3 of the map still to play. Mexico need to close this one out. How far can they go while still keeping combo? It's a triple miss from Mexico! Roido still holds!
See,
But now Philippines have a triple miss as well. They can't capitalize.
Daxarod's gonna miss as well, but Cowboy and Cash are recovering their combos now. And those are above Philippines, especially Roido, who is going to miss once more. And looks like Mexico are gonna take this point.
5-4 Mexico. Still the twisting tail continues. This is proving to be an epic match. Closer than even many of us predicted. And as you said, there's no more bans available. Whatever's left, you got to live with it. Thankfully, since Mexico have been picking first, if everyone wins their rolls, they will. If everyone wins their picks, they'll secure 6-5, and then they force Philippines to win to go to tiebreaker. A break point here for either team could be huge.
Still have 1 DT left and 4 no mods. So much variety left in the way of maps.
Yeah, I have to imagine that Mexico will probably pick the last DT option first in their next round, considering they've won both DT picks and Philippines banned one of the others. So Philippines have won one no-mod and lost one no-mod. Both of them were picked by them, and they only have 4 no-mod specifics available to them.
One more Camellia map.
They have to decide which of these they feel the most confident on, because they can't afford to take any risky gambles right now unless they absolutely have to. Their best bet to take a victory is pick something they're confident on, force Mexico to pick something they're not confident on, and then beat them on it.
It's like they're
And
going
then
for
with that-
nuke.
Yes. Map that we have seen very popular so far this round.
Oh, it's a banger.
It really is. Does get very tricky stamina wearing towards the end though, so it'll be good to see. We think we had like almost a 6-way FC in the previous match until everyone just kind of fell apart at the end. And it was just like one person left standing perhaps.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting to see who the Iron Man is in this one then.
15-minute tiebreaker win.
Hopefully everyone readying up. Not because I want this match to be over, but I do want to see a conclusion and then make a swift exit to the bed.
Yeah. Imagine becoming harder to keep your head right now.
I'm doing my best. Thankfully, this is an exciting, enthralling match, so it's not proving too difficult.
Yeah. It always helps. It always helps when you're on the edge of your seat.
Everybody ready? Maybe the game is about to get it away. It is. 10 seconds to the start. We're into double figures. Game number 10. Philippines 4, Mexico 5 in this losers bracket semifinal. Reminder, loser goes home. Winner survives for the unenviable task of tackling France in next week's pool. For either team, this is already their best placement in a Catch World Cup. Who can go just that one step further?
Even with teams losing, they have accomplished something this CWC.
But do you want to be the team that said, oh, we got further than we've ever got before? Or do you want to be the team that said, we could have got even further still?
True. That is quite an interesting point, although I'm guessing even though someone does have to be in that position, it's not going to phase them too much.
Well, a miss might phase you. Roido dropping, Casho dropping. We saw an earlier drop from Firu also. Philippines still going to have the advantage on this one, and it's going to be growing.
And that might ring true, especially if we do go to tiebreaker. Teams giving it their all right now.
Yeah, about 40,000 points the advantage as we come just past 1/3 distance. It's all going to be a case of who has the stamina to carry this one through to the end.
Everyone well above 200 combo as well. It could just come down to the next miss. And Firu is going to be the first to miss.
Some really impressive combos racking up here, but it all depends on who can keep that stamina through to the final third. Kielzu's going to drop.
Furu gonna drop as well with Kielzu.
That is fortunate for Philippines that that trade occurred. Roido dropping as well now, though. Not good news.
Yeah, Casho gonna drop with Roido, though.
It's Cowboy versus Bunray, but Bunray drops!
Oh, if
Cowboy's still holding, he's approaching 1,000 combo, and that gap is getting awfully tiny now. Furu drops again, though, just as they were about to take the lead.
Dropping once more, and Philippines looking like they're holding on, but Kielzu misses once more.
This could come right down to the wire.
Again. Casho gonna miss.
Casho traded.
Cowboys combo is gone, and this is gonna be Philippines' point.
That was so. Mexico was so close to taking the lead on multiple occasions throughout that, but it was just out of their reach. Bunray with the one miss. Great performance from him. He's not happy with his miss, but he's done enough to get his team to a 5th point. Mexico just ran out of fuel slightly faster on that one. Finally, Philippines secure themselves another no-mod win. So we think Mexico are probably going to take the last DT now, given that they've won 2 and Philippines banned the 3rd. And then it's down to Philippines to pick one of the remaining 3 no-mod selections to defeat Mexico and take us to our first semifinals tiebreaker.
I'm thinking Mexico's just gonna go for DT here.
I think that is the most sensible option, given that they know that Philippines will have to pick DT, no mod next anyway. They know they've been successful on DT. It makes the most logical sense. Like, this is the safest pick for the Mexico. Like, in a sea of like unsafe selections, this is the best option for Mexico.
Need a show. Oh no, I'm not.
You got bamboozled, kiddo.
It's just frisky.
So who have we got then for game number 11? Bunray, Kielzu, and Roido look like they're lining up for the Philippines. Chalucha is back in for Mexico. Daxaroz jumping in place of Firu. Roido saying his hands are giving up. There's only 3 games most to go. You must hold on. Any Philippine or Mexican fans in the chat, share your energy with your teams. They need it right now more than ever. This is coming right down to the wire, and it's about to get real scary. Will we see a customary early miss? Looks like I wasn't able to cursinate this time.
Yeah, no, I was using my cursintatant power.
Okay, you had the deflector shield on. You deflected it at Cowboy and Kielzu though. Double drop from Philippines, Roido and Kielzu down. Heavy advantage to Mexico.
What happened to Roido just now though?
He had dropped massively, Bunray's dropped as well. No combos left for Philippines. This is a huge number of drops from Bunray. Mexico building a massive advantage now.
Looks like Lucha's still FC too.
This is only like a 2-minute map, so they're halfway through already. Three good to great combos on the side of Mexico. Kielzu drops again, just as he was about to get to 200. Philippines are at the break. They know they have a massive amount of work to do. Almost 200,000 points the difference. Chalucha with the drop from Mexico. Cowboy dropping as well. Very close to failing there, but he's able to revive.
Yeah, Bunray and Kielsu both missed earlier with Lucha and Cowboy though, so things are going to stay to who the advantage sits with. But Kielsu missing again.
Yeah.
And that'll just let Mexico keep the score, and it's Mexico's point.
Chalucha did drop quite a lot of health there at the end, but he's just about able to keep himself in the positive. Mexico falling, ever so close short of a 3 million point team score there, but it's more than enough to put them to match point 6-5 against the Philippines. Whilst we were commentating that epic encounter, I think that's a What the Hell Bro XD subscribed at tier 1. Welcome to OS Live. Please use your new emotes well and enjoy your beautiful pink 1-month subscriber badge with pride. Thank you for joining us. Philippines have 3 no mod selections left. They have 1 point to win to force a tiebreaker. Marionette, Crystallized, and Shoujo Alice Tohako Niwa Genso Concerto. What do they go for? Do they go for snappy kind of burst? Do they go for huge density and anti-flow? Or do they go for hyper dashless? All so different styles, all so dangerous.
Honestly, I think they go for the long game here. Maybe go Crystallize.
Well, that would be something. Where we've seen Crystallized give out 2 epic close results already. Hong Kong just squeezing past Taiwan on a spinner battle.
Barely.
And then I think we had Philippines and Germany trading misses in the final moments in their pick earlier as well.
It was 1400 for one, wasn't it?
Yes. Just a couple of bananas in it at the end.
Yeah.
And we have another wonderful subscriber back to the party for their 3rd month. Low Blip, welcome back. Great to have you again. I think 3 months gives you a nice, beautiful bronze badge, actually. Hopefully you can wear that shiny one with pride. And there it is. Very nice. Still waiting for Philippines' final pick here. They know what's on offer. They have to decide long and hard which one they want to go for. Which are they best at? Which are Mexico weakest at? Which is the best, most conducive to calm nerves? Who knows? Only the Philippines players can know at this stage. And soon we'll know whether their selection was a wise one. Well, at the beginning of this match, I kind of wanted it to be over fairly quickly so I could have a nice early night, but now I don't think I want this one to end. These guys could go back and forth for another hour or 2 for all I care. They could take it to like 12-12, go for it.
Yeah, we'll just reset the scoreboard real quick. And they're going Crystallized, yeah.
They are going to take Crystallized.
I think the long game is probably a good idea here. I mean, last time they went for a longer no mod, it did kind of work out in their favor a bit, me and you.
Yeah, we've already seen, obviously, Philippines holding their nerve to secure points on this before, so it's definitely something that they can hold on if necessary, but they'll be hoping if they can win this one, it's by a bit more of a convincing margin than it was in their match against Germany.
Not going to end it off with Camellia. No, we're going to end it off with Dragon Force. Tiebreaker incoming.
Yes, let's go.
Called it at 4-4. This is happening. This had better happen. Oh, this so far has been a very close match. of point trading right now. Almost reminiscent of Hong Kong versus Taiwan.
Absolutely. That was, I think, at 4-4 as well. So a very close encounter that decided tipped the balance in Hong Kong's favour.
We had that.
To Philippines, this is almost a tiebreaker of it in its own right. This is like the tiebreaker that sets up the real tiebreaker.
The tiebreaker. No, the pre-tiebreaker tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker or go home. Exactly. Roido knows the stakes. This is a loser's bracket match. So the loser must leave the Oscatch 2019 World Cup. We'll obviously see them again in a future tournament, but it's only the winner staying on here. There can be only one. Will it be Philippines or Mexico? Well, will Philippines get a chance to take it to a tiebreaker and decide whether it's Philippines or Mexico?
Midnight in Mexico too. So they're going to want to try and close it out soon.
I think they wanted to close it out a couple of hours ago. Maybe, well, maybe not a couple of hours ago because they hadn't started, but an hour ago maybe. Everyone ready.
Oh, they're proud of. They're ready to go.
Don't give up yet. There's still so much to do.
Ready to go, as in they're ready to play.
The players are ready.
Gang versus
They
sleep.
better be. I'm just finding it so difficult not to treat this like a tiebreaker. Is it prophecy?
High stakes. It's got the markings of what could be a tiebreaker. I can understand your almost 4.5 minutes. It's almost as long as Dorcadus.
Yes, it is. I think it is the longest map in the pool outside of the tiebreaker. It does have a very calm section at the beginning and the end, but as we've seen, that does not mean that it's easy by any stretch. The approach rate of 9.5 here is really quite high, and because the density is so low, notes can come at you seemingly out of nowhere. It's very reactive based. So much support in the chat for both Philippines and Mexico. Great to see. The nerves now must be so intense. I've already called 2 close finishes on this today. Will I see a third? Part of me really hopes so, but I don't know if my heart can take it.
Luckily, I'm only on my second then.
You can handle it.
Oh,
If this is that close and I die of a heart attack, you might have to do the tiebreaker on your own. Kielzu is going to see the first drop though, giving Mexico an early advantage.
Those little doubles there though, those are irritating to hit at times.
They are very difficult. Like, you can't be too upset that you miss those because anyone can. Kielzu's back up a 200 combo though. The gap is only about 25,000. Roido now missing. That's not good news for Philippines though.
Especially with the 3-way FC so far for Mexico. Although we are only a quarter of the way into the song, so there's still plenty of recovery time. And Daxaroz is going to give Philippines a little bit of a lifeline there. Allow them back into this one. Not so much. Kielzu traded with him. Oh, Casho missing somewhere. This is now what Philippines need.
They probably still need one more miss whilst holding their own combos to get back into this one though. The difference isn't going to be huge, but it's still going to be in Mexico's favour. This is a calm section, but it's not a break. It's slow, but it rapidly builds back up. Can't let your guard down. A lot of these sliders really do come out of nowhere. They're very on the edge of the screen.
Boy and Bunray both still holding their SSs too. One interested in missing at the moment. both teams. Both
There's
are
a Ki coming. Someone's
Yeah.
going to make a dramatic miss in this section. We've got 1/3 of the map still to play for. The last kind of 1/8, I suppose, is very calm. So a miss has to come in the next kind of 1/6 of the map, the next 30 to 45 seconds. And it's Kielzu with the drop, but Daxaros trades. Kielzu with a few drops there, but that's not going to be too much. Several drops. Roido drops as well. This is absolutely disastrous for the Philippines. Casho has dropped also, though. It's all on Cowboy versus Bunrei.
Yeah, they need the triple miss from Mexico. That's what I'm
Cowboy
thinking.
drops! Cowboy drops! Kielzu's back at 200 combo. Can they overturn this? That lead is shrinking so rapidly. There's about 20 to 25,000 points in it. They probably need another miss. Cowboy's going to get back up to 200 combo if he doesn't drop.
Yeah, it's only makes a silly miss now.
And we've seen plenty of those already.
Ooh.
At the moment, the gap is too big for the Philippines to overcome. They need another drop from Mexico. We have seen them in this calm section before.
I think it's gonna go to the spinner, and yeah, no, Cowboy's now back at his 200 combo.
There's 20,000 points the difference, and that's not going to be overturned on a spinner. Mexico are going to take this one. 7 to 5. Well, it wasn't quite a tiebreaker, but it may as well have been one, because that was nervous as all heck.
Massive
Great performance from Philippines, and the double S to Bunrei, but it's just not enough. The consistency of Mexico just pulling through. 25,000 points. Bunrei saying, at least I FC'd. Roido can sleep. Great match. Awesome performance from all players.
Mexico can sleep as well.
You really hate to see that one of these two teams has to go home, but unfortunately, Philippines are that team. They've had their best ever run in World Cups, finally making it out of group stages despite years of promise. But it is Mexico who take the brass ring and move on to a losers quarterfinal match against France. That'll be happening next week. We just have one game left, and it's going to be happening 8 hours from now, in the morning for me, in the evening for you, and it doesn't matter what time of day it happens for anyone else. You do not want to miss that last game. This game was close. I think that the US-Hong Kong game has just as much potential to go the distance. So I hope you are all able to join us for that one as well. Any final thoughts, Kujibo, on that one?
Oh, that was it was a really solid game. I don't know. If I'm Philippines, I would not be upset with that performance at all.
I don't think they did look that disappointed. They were kind of congratulating. They were happy with their performance, and they should be.
No doubt. Oh, we have this upcoming match to look forward to, USA Hong Kong, and I'm thinking this one's going to be closer than you think. Close. In that case, you're spot on.
Both like Hong Kong, a low-seeded team, but a team that have overperformed massively, as they tend to do in Catch World Cups. USA looked a little bit under the weather last week when they lost to France, but they bounced back to a dominant 7-0 victory this week against Brazil, so they're going to be looking confident. Perhaps Hong Kong have had a little bit of a stronger test in that 7-5 victory over Taiwan. Maybe USA not quite reached their full boiling point potential in the semi-final yet, but they better be on point and ready to rock and roll in that match against Hong Kong, because there will be no rest. There will be no easy way out there. But that's going to be about 8 hours from now, so obviously we're going to end stream here. I am going to get some much needed sleep because I've been up for about 19 hours at this point, and I'm desperate to hit the hay. But that's been an epic series of matches today. Thank you very much, Kujibo, for commentating with me.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Juan, for your streaming potential. You're excellent. You haven't flexed on us much this evening. Flex! Just to end the stream. I gotta get you let you get that one in there. But most importantly of all, thank you so much to everyone in Twitch chat who cheered on the teams. Thanks for people who subscribed, who've bought banners, who've donated. You've been wonderful, and there's more to come. One wonderful match still to come your way tomorrow morning. So we'll see you all right there, right then, for more furious fruit catching. Have a good one.
See you soon.